One last, Representative McBride.
Politician tries to take an issue that impacts a handful of people in a handful of states and turn it into the most important issue in an election, everyone has to ask why. And the answer to that question is that Donald Trump was trying to divide and distract from the fact that he has absolutely no policy solutions for the issues that are actually keeping voters up at night, the issues that I was hearing about on the campaign trail. And I think we have to be crystal clear as we move forward that we are going to call out the hypocrisy of Donald Trump, of disingenuously claiming that he is a fighter for working people when his agenda is pro-higher cost and pro-inflation.
Yeah. Thank you. I was saying, one of the things, by the way, the housing crisis, we all get it. Like, nobody I know pretty much can afford a house, including me. I couldn't even vaguely afford this house that I'm in.
Yeah, the house I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, so Kamala Harris offered, like, real concrete plans. Trump's, the only thing he said is the same thing he said about everything. It's the brown people. He literally said there'll be more houses. Illegal immigrants, nobody I know can afford a house. Illegal immigrants are buying all the houses, so it's all about supply. I mean, yeah, he offered solutions, but dumb ones that aren't any, that have nothing to do with the problem, right?
I just bought Didi's house. I am the new Beverly Hillbilly.
No, I was trying to find this story just about that because I remembered that, but because I just thought this whole Democrats, not just talk down to people, but they didn't hear them or listen to them about what. I felt like she did. She had actual solutions like that. Again, how is that not disinformation? If you really believe that illegal immigrants are that's the reason that you can't buy a house, or that you can't get hurricane relief, or that I on and on, right? Or that they're doing trans surgery on illegals in prison, and that's where all your stuff is.
All the brown doctors that are coming across, they're doing the surgeries. Yeah,
right, I'll find it.
It's again, I refuse to believe that it was because we left the working class behind that the Democrats did not win this election.
Yeah.
It was all ginned up fear and others.
And by the way, so Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, who wrote Project 2025, revealed the U.S. military will be involved in his plan to conduct mass deportations. He said, asked how he would deal with sanctuary cities. He said, if they don't want to make their community safer, my advice is them to get the hell out of the way because we're going to do it. We're going to absolutely need military and special ops. I mean, Jesse Waters talked on air about how hysterical this is going to be when they start the roundups. And so I don't know what your prediction is. Is he going to not actually do any of the things that he said he was going to do? Or knowing, this reality TV host, is he just going to do big, dumb, mean stunts that will make people think he's deporting 20 million people, but he's not real? I don't know.
Yeah, no. He's going to spray tear gas this time to clear a crowd so he can hold an immigrant upside down and go, look, we got one. And we're going to get a lot more. Okay, everybody go home.
He's going to do.
Oops.
He's going to do big stunts because that makes it to television.
Yeah, so Jesse Waters can laugh like he used to laugh at homeless people on Bill O'Reilly's show.
And,
just like he can go, ha ha, look, it's crying women and children.
We need to quit saying, oh, that's ridiculous. How can he possibly do that? And we need to start fighting against it.
Yeah, he's going to televise it. He's going to throw red meat to his...
Right, and we need to figure out how to fight it.
Yeah. By the way, Republican senators were shocked and bewildered. Wow, they're in the leopard face-eating party now, too, at Trump's decision to nominate Fox News host Pete Hegseth as the Secretary of Defense. Tommy Tuberville, the dumbest senator in the history of the world, said, really? I'd have to think about it. Lisa Murkowski just said, wow. Senator Bill Cassidy said, who?
Huckabee, too.
I mean... And they've already preemptively just told him, yes, sir, we'll give away our advice and consent. We'll do recess appointments. We'll do whatever. Nobody has to be qualified. We don't, yes, sir. Whatever you want, sir.
I think Barron is going to be very good on foreign policy. I gave him a position from his bedroom. He doesn't have to leave.
Do we know what fresh hell awaits us at Attorney General? Have we heard yet?
I haven't heard yet.
Oh, boy.
No, not yet. We have not heard yet.
Isn't Ratcliffe
I vote for the alcohol content going up and it being Judge Jeanine because Tom Homan already sounds drunk and if Larry Kudlow's involved, We might as well all be drunk together, is my point, you know.
Yeah,
Rudy
so you got a
Giuliani.
former
Party
network
on.
guy that's going to be in his cabinet. That's sort of the definition of fascism, right?
Yeah.
He's plugging from his own media source and putting
Yeah.
them into the administration. That sounds like fascism to me.
I know. Someone tweeted, they were like, I can only hope, our only hope is that he fails at fascism like he's failed at everything else in
Yeah.
his life, you know, because he's hiring all these incompetents. But, you know, they're not just incompetent, they're cruel. And they'll do
Yeah.
whatever he says.
Yeah, they're cruel, but the part that scares me the most is all the vaccines and all the kids. Like, nobody's getting vaccinated anymore. I love the measles. The measles are very pretty colors. I love the red. They look like MAGA bumps. They're not measles. They're MAGA bumps.
They're making
bumps.
great
There you
bumps.
go.
MAGA bumps.
MAGA bumps.
Oh my God. So, in depressing news, Jack Smith plans to step down before Trump returns
Smart.
to the White House. He intends to complete his work and leave his post before January, ensuring that his investigations conclude on his own terms. I think that's smart. His
Yep,
goal, sources
smart.
say, is to prevent a handover of unfinished business, because then they'll just declare him innocent of everything rather than, you know, maybe at least Carlos getting this on the record. You know, if Jack
man.
Smith, like, you know, completes a report. Smith remains committed to delivering a final report summarizing his findings, which will be presented to, oh dear, Merrick Garland,
Hey, man.
who may just
all
put it
that
on the bottom of his sad parrot cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Jack Smith, all that info you got, man, go bury it in upstate New York where Joseph Smith can't find it.
The judge in Trump's criminal hush money trial has decided to delay a key decision as Trump prepares for his, you know. Judge Merchan said he will postpone a ruling on the impact the Supreme Court's presidential immunity decision had on Trump's historic conviction. I mean, I got above my pay grade what's going to happen with this, but I don't. I mean, is this like Minority Report? I don't even know what this is. Are we just saying none of this ever happened? Is this? I mean, I don't. I mean, can't the conviction still stand, but you just can't sentence till after he's out
I don't
of
see why he
office
can't be
again?
sentenced.
I
Was
know.
he going to be sentenced for something on the 26th of November? What was
Yes.
that? A hearing, a
I mean,
sentence?
these are
That was
juries
Merchan.
of his peers that, you know,
Oh.
because he is convicted. How do you just go, oh no, that didn't happen, everybody, just
Yeah, it is so weird to be living in this dystopian time right now. You read about it, you heard about it, you hear about it in other countries, but
Yep.
yeah, we've never been here before on the precipice of something falling and losing everything that was going so well.
Yeah. Listen, we
Rightfully,
got
people
to
should be scared.
we got to keep fighting. As you know, I read Asher Rangapa's tweet about, you know, there are a tiny sliver of things gets decided by the Supreme Court. So, you know,
Yeah.
there are still actual like judges and officials that believe in a rule of law in America still. For instance, Trump's former White House chief of staff, Mark Meadows, has suffered a legal blow. The Supreme Court refused to let him take his case to the federal.
Right.
They said his argument is he was acting as a federal officer when he tried to overturn the Georgia election result. So he was trying to get that bumped up to federal court. Hearing at the Georgia Court of Appeals over Trump and several co-defendants' efforts to remove Willis as a lead prosecutor is set for December 5th. I mean, I just was saying, Carlos, when people go, oh, Glenn Kirschner's been wrong about everything. Well, so is any legal analyst that believes we still lived in a nation where no one's above the law, which is what we were founded on. But we're not there anymore. We're not.
Yeah,
You know-
he would have been correct in a real world, but this is a surreal world now where the Supreme Court has granted immunity to one of the biggest thugs criminals that we've ever known. So,
Right.